Hey folks, I've never done or never had to measure out miter cuts for this type of thing, so I'm guessing I'm doing it right. I figure on each end of the board of the walls it needs to be the thickness of one of these. So we're going to try it and see what happens. Right there. All right, yeah, that looks about right. About right to me. Oh yeah. This chop saw here is a new toy of mine, recently bought, so I'm learning how to use it. Not how to use it basically, I've had them before, but never to use for nothing more than cutting off 2x4 ends. Alright, so I'm going to do the rest of these just like that. Works for me. See, where's my square? That'll do. Hey y'all, show you a mistake I made that I'm about to have to correct. Where I cut all these out at, I measured them out to the size of this board right here, the main board. And it turned out well, it fit perfectly around it, but I forgot that I want to make dado cuts in all these boards to slide that board in. So now I'm having to go back a piece on every one of them to make it fit right after I do the dado cuts. I don't have no real plans to go by here. I'm just kind of guessing as I go and trying to remember the video I seen of Steve Ramsey. But we're getting there. I'm gonna finish drawing all these lines, and the way I'm measuring these out is with one of these little see-through rulers here. I'm just putting it on the edge there and then drawing a line right there. And then that's how deep I'll make my dado cut too. Hey folks, show you how I did my dado cuts. I drew the lines where I wanted the part cut out at. Then I put my fence where I needed it to be, and then put a second fence there in which lined it up where it didn't go past that mark, and then it wouldn't go past that mark. And I don't have a dado blade, so I just ran it through there until it cleared it all and slid it back and forth. It's looking good so far. I'm gonna see if it fits. Alright, that did fit pretty good. I did have to cut a piece of it off. Oh, that much right there. Off the edge. But other than that, it seems to fit well. Now I gotta figure out what to do next. I cut out the legs to be 9 inches, and I'm rounding the bottoms of them and top. And the way I'm doing that, I tried it with my drill press, the little drill press sander. I was sanding these. I thought I was recording, but I wasn't. But I'm doing it with my belt sander. Alright folks, here's what I got on the legs so far. I used this leg as a, I don't know what you call it, just to figure out where to put everything. Made this leg the same size as the rest of them. And I held a nail in there like that to see how it would go where I wanted it. Then I held this up against the thing there and just traced inside the circle on all 4 sides of where the legs will be. And I use this, there we go, like that. I made this, and that way they're all the exact same space apart. And it turned out good. So anyways, now I got to figure out what else to do. I'm gonna have the legs like this, and I'm gonna have to put something in between them. I'll probably notch it in there, use the dado or the regular blade, but do a dado cut and put a brace in between each one. Want to make it a tight fit so when you close the legs they don't just flop out, which these dowels they're gonna be a tight fit anyways. So what I'm gonna do is gonna be a dowel axle. I got that off Steve Ramsey's too. And then a brace in between there. And that should do it. I was kind of thinking I might need a brace up here, but maybe not. We'll see. Alright folks, there it is. It's not glued together or nothing yet, it's just held together with clamps. Still got to stain it and put some linseed oil on it. Man, it's freezing in my shop. But that's it. I'll show you more when I get it done. I gotta go in the house. I'm shivering out here. We'll catch y'all later. Hey y'all, show you what I'm doing here. This is where I did the dado cut for that board to slide into. Well, if you can see, there's a little line of a piece sticking out too far there. I got these little cheap hand chisels, I guess you would call them, off of eBay. And I'm just going through there, making a straight edge. And then I'm going to try to push it off like this. Y'all can see that. I can't afford real chisels. which these work really good. And there it is. That's fixed. What I'm doing is I'm hand sanding all the edges of these here. And I'm gonna hand sand the edge of everything so there's no sharp edges on them. And that's what I'm doing now. I just made this jig. It's not a very good one, but it worked. Just made it out of some scrap wood I had laying around. And I saw Steve Ramsey do this, is where I got the idea. But I used it to cut all these corners. Basically the table just slides right in and then push it across the table saw. Worked out good. I'm fixing to plane this piece of red cedar down just a hair more so it'll fit in there, and then glue them in. To get a tight fit on these, that's just setting in there, it's not slid all the way in. I'm finding a spot on the board that slides in there good and snug. And I'm drawing a little line. Then I'll take it out and take it over there to my scroll saw and cut it out.